That's pretty rad. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton, this is Armson Farms. You're watching the Footlong Farmer YouTube channel. Today, what do we got going on today? Hoof trimmer's coming today. So we're gonna be trimming feet. I gotta chop more straw for our commodity shed. Other than that, got a skid steer I can change the oil in. You know, some kind of small odds and ends. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, by the way. So a lot of us won't be here tomorrow. We'll be home celebrating the holiday with our family. So hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Follow along. We'll see what we get into here today. Alright guys, well, in classic Armson Farms fashion here, our whole day just flipped around. The whole plan for the day just went to hell. At 10 o'clock, I get to take heifers to up to Oakfield Corners to get IVF'd again, like we did the day of the snowstorm. It's a much better day out today than the last time I went, so I'm kind of excited about that. Right now, I'm headed to town. Caleb had to take one of the farm trucks in to get inspected, so I got to pick him up. We got to stop at the vet clinic and get supplies. And then Craig Lamb, our vet, is coming at 11 to do preg check. So he's coming a couple hours early. I'm assuming because of the holiday, they had to switch around their schedules. Because we generally start that at 1. So we're doing that at 11, which means some guys are going to have to work through lunch. So yeah. And the hoof trimmer is still going to come. I'm not totally sure as to what time he will be here. I seen him dropping off his trailer early this morning, his hoof trimming shoot. So, yeah, let's go. We got a whole new day, and honestly, I'm excited. Like I said, the last time I took heifers up to get IVF'd, that was my first time, and generally I don't get to do it. It was bad circumstances then because Jack had a shoulder surgery, so he was out, and it's bad circumstances again today because Jack is sicker than sick. He's still at work because he's of the generation of stubbornness, which is a good quality, but he is sounding rough. So, and it's going around. I'll be honest, my kids got it. Grandpa had it a couple weeks ago. And obviously we're all together for the holidays, so now it's spreading like wildfire. So hopefully I don't get that. My immune system is trash, and if someone else is sick, I'm generally the first person to get it. So that's something exciting to look forward in my future. Really, really, really sick. But yeah, so that's the new plan. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. All right, well, we're up to lambs now. The two heifers are in getting IVF'd. Kind of crowded, so I went for a little walk. Give myself a little tour here. But there's a lot of heifers at this facility. See all these different barns, bunks. That barn there is a big one. But they must flush a ton of animals themselves, because 2 times I've been up here now, there's been big groups of their heifers in. Which, if you know the Holstein breed, you know of this farm. So it's kind of cool to walk around. Gotta love just how clean everything is. Glad I got to do this today. I know there's a bunch of snow coming tomorrow. We don't need another trip like last time. Even got their registered Wagyu. fella. More heifers over there. More over here. And we're back up to the IVF barn. This barn here, I'm kind of curious. Looks like it used to have stalls in it. Well, they just kind of lay down through there. It's similar to our old barn. Looks like those are all bulls. Bet you there's a lot of money worth of genetics in that barn. All right, got the girls loaded back up. We are eastbound and down. So we're actually using the same bull that we used the last time around with these two heifers, which is about a month ago. Using a bull called Mikan. Generally, we've been told he's not the best flushing bull. People haven't had the best luck, but our first flush between the two, I think we ended up with like, don't quote me, I think they said like 26 eggs to put in. So that was really good for us. So we used them again. And, you know, based on what he just told me, one heifer did about the same. The other heifer actually did a little bit better than the last time. So now that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get, you know, more good eggs out of the flush, but oocytes we've got more. So it's been a little while since he explained it to me. So don't quote exactly what I'm saying here, but what happens is they go in and I don't know if they're follicles. I think they're called follicles. They go in with a little tube and they suck the fluid out of the follicles. Don't quote me. I don't know. Maybe those are the oocytes. I think they're called follicles. Anyways, they go in with this little tube and they suck the fluid out of them, and the eggs are inside of that fluid. So all of the eggs and the fluid from the follicles go into these little tubes, which they then send to the lab. They have graded. The eggs are, you know, graded good, bad. I don't know exactly. Try not to miss my turn. I don't know exactly the terminology. So again, don't quote me, guys. But anyways, they go in with a tube. They suck out all the follicles. The eggs come out with the fluid. They get graded. From there, they get. We send the semen. They've already got the semen from the last time that we flushed. They will fertilize the eggs. There's the word I was looking for. Fertilize the eggs, freeze them, and they'll come put them in our recipients as soon as they're ready. We lined up probably 30 recipients, and the recipients that we don't need, we will just end up breeding. But the vet, when he comes, will, you know, make sure that the recipients are good enough to receive the embryo to start off with, and from there he'll put them in. That's a similar process to breeding a cow, the way that works. So hopefully we have the same luck that we had the last time. And again, don't quote me on any of that information, guys. I am definitely not a vet or scientist or anything like that. I'm just going off of what I've learned now the 2 times that I've been up here. So really cool. Like I said, it's really just an awesome farm up here. Their genetics are second to none. The way that they take care of their animals is second to none. Everything's just clean. The heifers are clean. Everything's bedded nice. It just really goes to show that you can go to scale and not lose a bit of quality. Which also, I'm sure they have top-end employees to take care of that, because managing this many animals takes a lot of really dedicated people. So shout out to those guys. Class act up here. We're going to head home. Jack called me while I was here and said that the hoof trimmer will now be here at 12:30. It's currently 11:15. It's a 40-minute ride home. Probably going to stop and get a slice of pizza. Going right by like numerous pizza places. So it's kind of a must, being that we're going to work through lunch because of the hoof trimmer. So, yeah, tag along. What a day. What a time to be alive. Pretty solid looking group of slices right there. Pizza 151. Hell yeah. Just past the John Deere chopper, headed towards Batavia. It's kind of funny. We just took our chopper to Land Pro yesterday. They are going to do a once over on it, but the reason we took it up, there's an upgrade for the fuel filter system. So this will be our third spring with that chopper. We've got a 9700i with the old motor. I don't know what. I'm not going to say the motor because I'll be wrong. But it's not the new one that doesn't use DEF and all of that. Last year we went through 5 sets of fuel filters on that chopper. They are $470 a set. So that is what you call unacceptable on John Deere's part. So we called and got at the bottom of it, and now John Deere, they've got a different setup, different fuel filter housing, something or other that takes a different filter that's supposedly much, much better. It was $500 to upgrade it, which you would kind of think, given that it's a problem like that it would be free. But it's not. It's $500. But the way that we looked at it is $500 for the upgrade versus 5 sets at almost $500 a set. Maybe we do 2 sets a year, once in the spring and then once before corn, something like that. So we took our chopper up there, and I'm willing to bet the chopper that I just passed is going up for the same thing. I know our neighbors have one, and they're taking theirs up for the same thing. So yeah, kind of funny to see choppers strolling down the road, New Year's Eve. But oh well. While they're up, while the chopper's there, like I said, they're going to do a full service on it. There's some codes that popped up, a couple bad sensors. We had a little incident with power lines this fall that might have ruined a sensor or two. So they claim when that thing gets home, it is going to be field ready. So yeah, it'll be a fun little ride to bring that thing home here. Nice dry day in the next couple months. But anyways, yeah, I'm curious if anyone else is having similar issues with that 97, 98, 9900. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys do an upgrade? Is there something that you guys did? Did you guys just go buy a claws? I'm a claws guy. But we've always had Deere choppers. We did demo a claws when we bought our chopper. We demoed a 960. And we demoed the 9700, which is actually the machine we have. We ended up buying that demo unit. The 960 had an 8-row. They did not have a 970 demo unit, but if we would have went with the claws, we would have gotten the 970, which I think would probably be a tad bit more chopper than our 9700 is. And they said you can get the 970 with a 10 or a 12-row head. 12-row would have been a lot for it, but I guess there are people with flatter ground running 12-row heads on the 970s now. Yeah, everything worked out. The Deere was a little bit more, but the main reason we went with the Deere is we really wanted to run GPS on our planting tractor. We had never run GPS prior to 2 years ago. So the Deere came with the globe and the it's a 2630 monitor that can be put into our planting tractor. So we ran it in there for planting and then put it on the chopper to chop. Also, the Harvest Lab is a nice feature. We don't use it as efficiently as we could, but it is kind of nice. You get to the end of corn season and okay, well, our average moisture was 65%, dry matter was 35 or whatever. Average yield, I think, according to the chopper, we got 25.5 ton of the acre, which was very, very good for us. A lot of people claiming they're getting 30 plus ton in New York. That's tough. You might hit it in certain fields, you might hit it in certain spots of certain fields, but boy, to really average 30 plus ton to the acre in New York, you got to have a pretty consistent bunch of ground to do. You know, out in California or out in the Midwest, I get it. But here, that's pretty tough to do. But we were pretty happy with 25. Just because, like I said, we got fields that will push 30 plus, and then we got fields that, boy, if you get 20, you're doing good. So to average 25, that was pretty good for us. But anyways, another little bit of chopper talk. A little bit of chopper talk for New Year's Eve. Who doesn't love a little bit of chopper talk? But we're kind of headed into the butthole of winter here. Holidays are over. Kind of all of your excitement about winter comes with the holiday season. Now we're just kind of, like I said, we're heading into what I call the butthole. The only thing that makes a butthole smell a little bit better is if you get cold snow and you can go ride snowmobile. But if it just stays like this, just warm and muddy, man, winter's going to really drag on. But I don't know. Anyways, that was kind of a rant. But what the heck? If you guys don't like the rant, fast forward through it. We're going to go see what we got going on next. I don't know where that pizza went. Lost them on the ride home, I guess. See how many heifers want to bust through here. They're all gonna bunch up on this side where I'm trying to get a heifer off. Alright, so that rig right there is our next project. Jack's got a flat tire, so Tyler's gonna grab the skid steer, pallet forks, and just lift her up. I'm gonna go get this trailer unhooked and get the impact. Look at this green grass. You'll love to see it. New Year's Eve. Actually, I don't love to see it, but it does. It is a nice change from snowy, blowy, you know, just, yeah. A little bit of green grass therapy. All right, I dropped off a tire at Saddam's, and on my way home, swung in through Kelly's to get some filters for our Bobcats. Got a new pair of dry shod boots. Just checking out the inventory here. These guys sell Great Plains stuff, Massey, Versatile, and Kuhn. Boy, would that thing look good on the back of our 9320. It's an SLC 141. So the one we got's the one on the end, the 126. That's probably twice the capacity. It's got the big floater tires on it like our skid steer. But very similar inside, I'm sure, the way that it's set up, just a twin auger with the hammers at the bottom. But holy crap, look at the, really see, sorry, pushed the wrong button there, but you can really see the size difference. I mean, going from that one to the 132 to the 126 that we have. Although this 126 still has the, you know, a set of floater tires on it. It's nicer than ours. We just got similar to those ones, but ours are even smaller than that, where that's got the same tires as our tube line spreader. But yeah, boy, that big dog down there. Whew. Got the Massey balers, Versatile quad track over there, 580. And then these guys sell Wacker Neuson skid steers now. No longer selling Bobcats. So who knows when it's time to upgrade. Let me know in the comments, guys, your opinions on these Wacker Neusons. I've heard good things, but they're kind of new to our area. So they haven't really been, you know, they haven't stood the test of time really around here quite yet. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of those skid steers. They also sell, this is one of their storage buildings, but you see they got some hay busters out there. Those are hellacious bale choppers, but for what we grind, they're a little out of our practicality price range, I suppose. All right, I think we're getting caught up now here. Just took 15 down to the hoof trimmer. Brake check is all done. I gotta let this heifer here out. Unfortunately, this heifer must have aborted or absorbed her calf. She was out here in the dry cow pen, saw her in heat the other day, so had her checked to confirm, and yep, she is open. So she will be headed to McDonald's or whoever else the highest bidder is. But tell you what, it really warmed up out. It is pushing 50 degrees today. It's supposed to be warm today. Tomorrow is supposed to be decent. And then we're supposed to head into real winter. It's a shame. She's a nice little heifer. Oh well. Fire to fireman. Real nice captain daughter coming in. It's a nice heifer up there too. I wonder where she is. This is a Charl heifer. This is one of my wife's heifer. She's a Charl out of a frazzled. And she is significantly nicer than her mother. Frazzleds were good uddered, but boy, they're kind of ugly cows. So you mix in Charl, you guys know my love for him. And yeah, that's a big open heifer. So I'm pretty excited. Here's another Charl. Or maybe, no, that's the captain daughter I just showed you. But yeah, pretty excited about this group of 2-year-olds coming in. This is the Charl. Here we go. In typical Charl fashion, black with a real nice youthful udder. This is a Hannity daughter. So Hannity, Charl. She's in a head. I don't know anything about him. Holloway. Don't know much about him either. She doesn't look like she's gonna have as nice of an udder as these Charls, but yeah, that's a nice heifer. Yeah, real excited about this group. So we're gonna put this open heifer just back out in the dry cow pen. Tomorrow's New Year's. I don't know if there's a sale on Thursday. Sometimes with the holidays that makes it goofy because the trucks from out of state can't come in. You know, when these big companies like JBS, Cargill, when they're buying heifers, they send semis in from out of state. Of course, we just dried cows off yesterday, so they're acting spazzy. Come on, back in your pen. There we go. So yeah, I'm not sure if there'll be a sale tomorrow or not. If there is, she can go tomorrow. If not, she gets to hang around. Come on, girl. If not, she can hang around until Monday. All right, the hoof trimmer's got a group of about 15. So while I'm waiting, I'm putting some sand in the stalls. But we're kind of waiting on these alley scrapers to get out of our way. Sometime in the near future, one of our big projects we got to do is we got some stall repair. These are original stalls on this end of the barn, so these are, oh, you know, they're pushing 20 years old. And all the bolts are getting pretty wore out and rounded. As you can see here, they loosen up. Cows go to get up, and the bottom slide around, which leads to broken neck rail, and stalls get pushed like this, and then they don't get used. So these are just stalls that are currently being wasted. So what we'll probably do is we'll go right down through, cut the top bolts off of the bottom of those clamps. There's a bottom bolt and the top bolt. Probably cut the top bolts out of every stall, put new bolts in and crank them right down tight. Obviously that's just a band-aid fix. A lot of you guys are gonna say, Dalton, why don't you replace them? Why don't you guys replace all the hardware? Well, that's simple. The cost. There's still life in them. We just got to go down through and replace the hardware. We replaced the hardware on these, I guess it was 9 years ago, something like that. We went down through and did exactly what I just said. And boy, when I did it then, I said, these stalls are shot, they need to be replaced. Well, I have learned that, no, you can get another 8 to 10 years with some bolts. Now, we went on through, put bolts in, doesn't work out. A couple years from now, then we go down through and replace them. But the thought was too, when we go to replace the stalls, we'll probably put those Sand Saver mattresses in. Sand Saver mattresses being the mattresses that are up in our new barn. They've cut our sand use down probably 30% up there. So that's something that we want to do in all the barns, but it's not the right time to do it. You want to do the mattresses when the stalls are out, when the cows are out. That's kind of a full overhaul. So again, something in the 5-year, 10-year plan there. By the way, guys, if you guys think that I'm talking too much, because I have talked a lot in this video, and I do talk a lot in all my videos. Gotten a few snarky comments the last few videos saying I talk too much. But if you think I talk too much, just fast forward or watch something else. This is how I make my videos. I'm a talker. I like to explain things thoroughly. Like to say what's on my mind. Like to explain what I'm doing. You know, like these stalls. It's like, yeah, I'll show you guys what's going on. Maybe someone's got an opinion. Maybe he's got a, you know, an idea of a way to, you know, improve the stall. Like, who knows? I get comments with suggestions and ways to do things that I genuinely look at. I look at every comment and read them and take them into consideration. So, like with these stalls, if someone's got a suggestion as to a way to fix them up better, I'm all ears. So that's why I talk so much. I like to explain what I'm doing, and I like to hear people's feedback on what they're doing. And a lot of my talking is answering questions from previous videos without saying, hey, I'm answering questions from my previous video. So again, if you think I talk too much, just go on to the next video. Not a big deal at all to me. So just wanted to address that. We just got the phone call from the guys that do the IVF flushing up there. One of the heifers made 27. The other heifer made 17. Also, I was wrong. We are not going to be using the bull Mikan. We're going to go ahead and use sheepster. A little behind the 8 ball on sheepster. A lot of people already have sheepsters that are, you know, 8-10 months old, but he's still got really good numbers. He's still performing. So we're going to go ahead and use him. So that way we've got a bit of a variety out of those cows that we're looking, you know, cows that we're flushing. So hopefully that all works out. So we're going to use sheepster on them. They're both Thorsons. The heifers that we flushed, they're Thorsons. Flushing them to sheepster this time. So little correction for us. But 27 and 17. It's a pretty good day at the office. Guys, as you can see, pretty much got trim and wrapped up. It's a little after 4 o'clock now, so we're gonna go ahead and call the video here, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Tell your friends about the Goofy Dairy Farmer on YouTube, and we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.